Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. So I know you got a sneak peek of one of the cards that I'm doing tonight. So, paper pumpkin, and Miss Gail does not like all these little cards. So whenever there's little cards, I absolutely turn them into regular size cards. So I have 4 left and a few other odds and ends. I have all the envelopes. I will probably use them for gift cards or something. I have some of these left. Let's see what else. Some of these. So I have plenty to make 4 more cards. Absolutely plenty. And then there's this little holder that I'm not quite sure, but I'm kind of thinking when I travel, I never know where my driver's license is. I'm always sticking it in a different place. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use this for, but not sure. So let me go ahead and get started. I did use one of the designs, I think it was this one, and part of that one to make a card and kept it like real simple, but I kind of surprised myself. And I have one special card that I think I kind of overdid a little bit, but it was fun doing. So, but there's 5 that I'll show you at the end. So this is the card, which is basically like the card if I kept it small. And all I did was cut the cards right in half and then made layers for them. So this little guy here, I took markers, and I use the blends because they dry quicker. So let me grab the right one. And then these I very rarely use for my paper pumpkin. I find I use them for other things. And I was also thinking, I don't know what demonstrator I saw it, but if I were to take every other one and then every other row, you could take our sequence and, pre-do them. And then when you use them up, go back and do the other ones and have them pre-stuck so they're there when you want them. So what I did with this is took the blends and just colored. And then I took the darker one and did the tips. Okay, so that's ready. Maybe I even used, because the other one looks darker. So I think I used the light Bermuda Bay on that. I did. So let's go back and do that. And then everything is ready for this card. Okay. Doesn't that look pretty when you can see that color? So this simply, and I'm using mostly liquid glue tonight. I think this one's going to run out, and I haven't ordered more yet. And it's stuck. Come on. All right. Let's try this one. Yay! Okay, so that goes down just like that. And then this went right on top of that. And you can use a glue dot or glue. And then on the little tag, I did "You Are Amazing" in Bermuda Bay. Okay, and then I took the just a regular marker and went around just to give it a little bit more definition. And that got some dimensionals. And then a bow. And I think I'm going to do a double bow because I like them better. Okay, and one of the things that I do is I take some glue and just run it right down the ribbon, or the thread. And it does make it a little easier to maneuver. And I think I just messed that up. Maybe not. Not. And then what helps is I'll go back sometimes, which I will right now, especially when the thread is so, like it has so many curves in it. So I'll take a little bit more. And it really doesn't stay sticky, just enough to kind of keep it straight and together. And then take a glue dot, and I take it off, and when I pinch it, that's how it kind of, I roll it up that way. Okay, so that is ready. And I was trying to use the piece that I cut off of the card, but it's definitely not like our ultra smooth white cardstock, because when you color on it, it's really not the same. And let's use up some of these as I go. Did I cut that? No, I cut this. Come on. Ooh, tricking me. Okay, so then this piece I put through the folder, and I should have wrote down all my dimensions, but most of them are the same, but I will measure everything after and post it. I usually do put them on my YouTube channel, but I will post them. Whoops. So there is card number 1. Pretty simple. Okay, card number 2. We'll do this one. So that is the card. Just like that. And one of the things I also like to challenge myself with is what sets do I own that would go with whatever the paper pumpkin is. So this is one of our new sets, Seaside Notions, and I use this one and that and Thinking of You and these dots. I think I used a lot of those. The card you saw, I used the guy in the beach chair. One of the cards I used that one and that one. Oh, I should have used that. What did I use in here? This one here. And then I used the boat, but I should have used those little ones. It would have looked even better. But I still have cards left to do, so it'll work. It'll work. So let me put these all together. Not that one yet. And a scrap. How do you like that? I was playing one day with bleach. So, I'm glad I didn't throw it out because I got to use it. Okay, so that's ready, and I will set that aside. So what I did here is a sponge and some, ouch, balmy blue. And I sponged the top. So there was some sky. And then this went down right there. Oh, but first, this edge right there, I took some Bermuda Bay. And there's not enough on it. You know where there might be some right there? Yes. And I sponged the top because when you look out at the ocean, you always see a horizon line. Okay, so that goes right there. This I popped up. Oh, there it is. Good thing I have extra though. And then these went behind the tree. So I'm just going to put some glue right in the front because they went behind it. And a little bit here. Okay, and then one more there and a couple up here. I think I need one right there. In a spot that maybe it won't show. Or come apart. Alright, let me do that the better way. Okay, so this is going to fit right on there. I think I'm going to end up coloring there a little bit, and then it won't be seen. Okay, so then for all these other goodies, this one I pre-did, and this is, I colored it in crumb cake and some Wink Stella, so that'll be there. And then I stamped the star, and I put the one away because every time I open it, Grapefruit Grove, it's like leaking all over me. So I stamped a couple of those. That's going to get covered up. Always cover your mistakes. Covered. Okay, and then this little one, I used the light pumpkin pie. And I'm going to do something a little different on that one. If I use the, is this the light Cajun Craze? Yep. Alright, now I remember what I did, because the other ones I tipped with this. And then I took Wink of Stella and made that all shiny. So that's going to go there. Oh, and let's put a couple of these in. This is in crumb cake. Did you ever see these little shells? Did you ever go to the beach? They'll wash up. I was having so much fun watching them, but like a whole bunch will wash up at once, and then all of a sudden the little clam comes out of its shell, and they do it all at once. So you'll see like 30 of them, and they just go right back into the sand. It's so much fun to watch them. I should have gotten them on film, but I was trying to keep my camera away from the water, because we know how klutzy I am. Okay, so that's going to get covered right there. Yay! And then this little star. And then this can get glued down right there. And then the whole thing just gets glued right to the card in the right direction. Oh, let's stamp, let's see, that one says that, yeah, I'll keep it the same. It'll be another thank you card. And that was done in Old Olive. I'm going to rip that. And I am going to fix that one spot where the glue shows through. And I'm just going to put, we'll make it like I'm doing some shading and kind of cover that. And then I got to put shading in a few other spots. and I'll glue that piece later. So, card number 2. Okay, so this one, I took Pool Party on the card itself. And alcohol. And let me put the pin back in this glue, or I will totally be without glue. And I don't know where the pin is. Alright, it'll turn up. Yep, there it is. Hiding. No, Gail. Okay. So squeeze a little alcohol into there. And then I just went across quickly for a quick background. So there's the background. That's ready. Then I took these and where's the, I do have my Cajun craze out. I put it away. There it is. I used terracotta tile. Actually, that was the top. That's alright. They're just going to be a little more orange. I used the Grapefruit Grove, but I don't want to touch that again. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that Cajun craze. And go on the tips. I don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to do the blends. I actually like totally using the blends on this better. It dries faster on vellum. So I know what we'll do. We'll make some one way and some another way. And I'm not going to put as many on as I did on the first card, I don't think. But we'll see. And also, these vellum pieces, I didn't make a card with it, but you can sponge through them, and it'll, like, you'll miss spots, but when you start switching colors, it covers it up and it looks like it's supposed to be there. So you can make a really pretty background with these when they're done. Okay, so we've got those ready. I'm going to put that aside. So we started out with that, and I glued that down directly. Oh, I am full of ink. Okay, and then I started putting some of those down. So I think I'm going to use some glue dots. Glue dots? Glue dots. And I'm going to use less. So I think less is more. That one is just a little busy. Okay, we're going to stamp in Bermuda Bay the thank you. That one, thank you. And then I'm going to trim part of that off. Oh, my hands are really bad today. All right, so we need that. It was here, the other one. Oh, there it is. That, and that. So one of them I colored blue. And the glimmer paper is so pretty. So right with the side of the blend, you can color that. And then the starfish in, that's the dark. Let's try the light. Because the light looks pretty dark on this. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then before I do the next card, I am going to straighten up a little bit. And then this one I left plain. And then the starfish. Stay down. Glimmer paper is the hardest. I think I'm going to use a glue dot so I don't have to hold it as long. At least in a couple spots. Yeah, except it's not, since I have the glue on it, it's really not going to like me. Let's see if I can get the middle. Perfect. Okay, so now that's down. Then this will go right onto the Bermuda Bay that I cut for this. And we'll put some dimensionals on it. Really, Gail? I love having a lot of tools. Soon I'm going to have my new holder, so I'll always be putting it down in the same place. I hope. I hope. Okay, so that's going to go right there. And it is supposed to get a bow, but I'm going to leave that off for now. We're just going to put this on. Glue. Glue. And that's going to go right there. So later I'll be sticking a little bow on that. But I like it with less. I think I just had a little too much on it. And I could add some gems. And these are what I have sitting here. So I'll use these. 1, 2, and I'm going to put one right on the starfish. So there it is. Okay, now for the one that you actually saw, let me clean up, because that takes some sponging, and I'll keep the "you made my day" out. Everything else can go away. Especially my mouse. I do not need it right now. Oh yes I do, because somebody's got something popping up on my screen. There we are. We're back. Okay, so for this one, I didn't use any of those envelopes. I did sponging. So I started out with crumb cake. I don't know what I just dropped, but it's probably something I need. Okay. So, and I didn't use glycerin, and every time I say I didn't, I should have, because it does go much faster. Fingerprints. Alright, I'm not a happy camper. It's got fingerprints in the wrong spot. If it would have been all in the water, it would have been good. Okay, so let's do that again. And I kind of kept that beach at an angle. Okay, we can fill in some more of that if we need to. And then I took, it wasn't the Bermuda Bay, I think it was, we'll find out in a second. I think it was Coastal Cabana. And I took this little guy. And just started stamping that all over. Okay, so then just started taking the edge just to give it that definition. So we can separate the water from the sand. And then the little speckle stamp, I came back again with the crumb cake. And then did the sky. And in the sky, I did a little bit of blue and a little bit of Blushing Bride. What, I used the wrong, no? Oh, I used the wrong color. I knew it looked too much like the... Alright, I'm going to throw a little balmy blue in there. Galesy, galesy. It's going to be a dark sky. Okay, so let's put in a little of the Blushing Bride. And I'm going to use... Oh, I know. This is going to make it a little purplier. Because this has blue on it. And then I'm going to clean my pad. Okay, then you want to do that definition again. So, Bermuda Bay. I don't like the Bermuda Bay. Coastal Cabana. And I think what I'm going to do is smudge that a little bit. You can never do the same thing twice, or exactly the same. At least I can't. So we're going to smudge that up. Soften it a little bit. Okay, so the tree, and some of that's going to get, really looks like a sky that's going to explode. Oh, and I still have to color our guy, Stormy. Okay, so we're going to do that. So let's start putting that down on our stormy water. Let's see if this works again. Oh yeah. No working fingers tonight, folks. So it's that, and there should be another one. And then we're going to color our guy. I was gonna have him all cut out, and I got watching Rose and totally forgot. Oopsie! Alright, so this is gonna go over there and there. Alright, let's color our guy. Poor guy in the storm he is now. Okay, so I used Bermuda Bay for him. Balmy blue. So let me get the balmy blue. I used a little bit of light night of navy in his shorts. So we're going to get that. The short. A whole lot of stuff. So you take your black marker and you go right around that edge. And it just finishes it, brightens it up. Makes your cutting look totally perfect. He's got a crooked leg. And then I did that. I think this takes longer than the actual cutting, but so worth it. It even fixed his cut elbow. Okay, so we're going to put him down right here. And I did him flat as well. I'm going to have to start using the tweezer to pick things up because these fingers. So that goes right there. Maybe up a little higher. Too late. Nope, I could still move it. And I'm thinking maybe I'll try and stamp "You Made My Day" right on it instead of cutting around it, which was my original thing, but I stamped it wrong, so that's why I did that. I'll probably stamp it wrong again. No, it's good. Yay. Okay, So then it's just a matter of finding that little tricky thing. So put the sand dollar there, and I didn't bother coloring this time. I just had that. Oh, it's right there. Oh, the starfish I did. I pre-colored it. Not too dark, though. Stay. Okay, so mount that. Oh yeah. Alright, so that goes down. He better get, like, off the beach, because it's really stormy. And then this goes down. And thank goodness this one's done. So not really too much different. Just the sky is a little bit stormier. That's all. Okay, so let me show you the other cards. I'm going to get rid of all this, because I really did have a lot of fun with this kit. Like how I clean? Yeah, baby. Throw it all in the baskets. Oh, and don't forget my other trick. I know I think I only showed it once, but take some washi tape or some regular tape, tape your two things together, and it's always going to stay together and protect your stamps better. At least I got one tip in there today. Okay. So, here's my cards. So this one was a little heavy for me, but you can see I used from the octopus set. I used that. I put some string back there because I was too far in, but then that other piece that is supposed to look like coral, I assume, and I love the fish. Horse. Seahorse. And then I used, on this one, I stamped the background in white, and again I used the seahorse. And when I did the seahorse, this one I used two different colors, but I stamped it and then took a blender pen and colored it in. And then I did use a black dot for the eye. Then there's this one. So, very simple, but, you know, I love it. I love this one because it is simple. And then this one. Looks a little stormy there. And I raised that up just to give the beach some definition. And this one I actually used the whole card and used the white part of it. Instead of cutting it off, I used that to make the sand, to make the beach. And then the last one I'm going to show you, and I don't know if it's overdone but there's a lot of glue. So I think what I'm going to have to do is go up inside with my, my powder. But that's really my first bridge card. And from watching, why does her name always go out of my head when I love her? But she put a card on the back, but when she was showing it, the card kept falling back. It's hard to show you because of how my camera is, but I cut it about 1/4 of an inch shorter and that prevents it from doing it. So it's always gonna stand up and not fall back on that card in the back to write your sayings. Jennifer McGuire. Duh. So watch her video. She's got quite a few bridge cards that she did. I put in like a second layer in there. So they are fun to do. The only thing, you know, I mean, I had made one a couple years ago, just a simple one. But I was like, so where do you write? But that solves my problem, because I really don't like the idea of just writing on the back of it. I don't know why. But that's that. So let me bring everything back. And these are all my alternatives. Oh, so many. I think I did 9 cards. And still have 4 plus that I could do. Yeah, that's it. That be it, mamas. So thanks for joining me tonight. And I will see you Wednesday with You Know My Motto. Maybe this time it'll be the animals that I thought I was going to do today. But I totally forgot about getting my paper pumpkin. So go have fun with your paper pumpkins if you didn't do it yet, because, ooh, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Good night, everybody. See you on Wednesday.